It's time to give it up loudly to welcome Swapna Bapat.
Thank you, Shikha. And it's amazing the amount of energy you're creating in a virtual world. So, really appreciate that. Good afternoon, everyone. And such a pleasure to be here this afternoon with all of you. Appreciate the time you're investing here with us. And rather than have any sort of conversation on a product or solution, as Shikha was saying, I'm going to be talking about our customers today and how they are changing their end customer experience. And customer experience today is essential in order to be relevant to the changing times. You have seen auto manufacturers today sell online. They're actually selling cars online. I have spoken to some of our retail customers who have started doing video conversations for very expensive jewelry and selling jewelry online. So everything is being sold digitally, and hence the customer experience becomes even more important. So what we're going to do is really understand what are the essential elements of ensuring that customer experience is applied in all the ways a company interacts with a customer. First is really about engaging your customer in a proper way, building awareness. Do you know about your customer? Do you know all the aspects about your customer, how they are interacting with the outside world, what they expect from you? So really building awareness. Are they aware of what you have to offer, right? So it goes both ways. Identification and customer acquisition, again, extremely hard. Today, we are sitting over in a virtual environment. We will not have the opportunity to network, which we would have done in normal circumstances, which I'm sure all of us miss. But again, that digital conversation, digital selling, digital enhancing the experience becomes so much more important. Using modern devices and sensors, you will see that some of our customers have offering differentiated experiences by using IoT. And you will see that more and more happening in India as well. It's not just outside of India. Enabled and always on service. Really ensure that wherever the customer is coming to you from, any channel they're coming to you from, you're aware of what they're talking, what they've been saying about you, and your conversation is relevant. And lastly, and very importantly, you have to ensure that your workforce is also changing. Your internal processes are changing, because just changing as the previous gentleman was saying, just changing the user interface is not going to cut it. The process behind also has to enable that customer experience. So was someone saying something? Okay. The 5 areas where you really need to focus on when you think about customer experience is the communication channel. Where and how are you interacting with the customer? Previously, physically and virtually, today primarily virtually. Second is the service and support. Throughout the journey of the customer, from when you're trying to acquire them, to the acquisition process, to the service post the sale, the whole journey of the customer has to have a very structured and top experience approach. Insights and intelligence. Are you hearing about all the possible channels and media where your customer is talking about you? Can you bring that in together? And you'll see many of our customers are doing that already. Sales and marketing. How do you improve and make conversations relevant? Customers have not stopped buying, but they're buying in different ways. Are you making a relevant conversation there? And lastly, the administrative layer, really the foundational layer. Are you enabling as much automation as possible? Are you doing proper user management? Are you ensuring security of information and your conversation is prime and highest? Are you choosing a platform to do all this? At a very high level, the architecture for optimal experience, customer experiences, being able to understand the data from within your environment. The data today sits in various applications. Are you being able to bring that data together and form one view of that customer internally? Second is externally, are you being able to bring the feeds in? Do you have the right connectors to unify that data in one element so you can create a demographic of your customer? On top of that now, are you able to build insights with analytics? Once you have that data, are you able to enrich the experience by building relevant ML models so that they can infuse AI and then give an offering to the customer which is very relevant? Are you improving the systems of engagement you have, and are you doing it across the channels? So really it's about data, unification, insights, and actions. What do you do with that? So now we're just going to talk about case studies. This is the end of anything to do with products or solutions. This is about a very large insurance company in India, and they were really facing the challenge that they had 1,000+ customer calls daily, and they had to train the agents. There was obviously attrition in agents, and sometimes the quality of the calls were just not where they should be, right? At the end of the day, what matters is the customer experience on those calls. So what they did was use Azure Cognitive and Speech Services to enable all the call logs to be completely compliant. They're going even further by enhancing this with using Azure IVR bots, where a lot of the conversation can happen with the bot. Human intervention happens as necessary. Also, in real time, as the conversation is happening, if the conversation is not going that well, right, it's going south, the customer is not sounding happy, sentiment analysis on real-time conversation will trigger a manager email saying, manager, you need to interfere, or a manager, ping, whatever communication mechanism makes sense. So really a lot that can be done to improve the customer experience right then and there. A next version of this is where recommendations will be provided by the bot to the agent to have a conversation on with the customer. So really that cross-sell conversation, bringing real relevance with having that whole 360-degree knowledge of what the customer is talking about externally and the customer's demographic internally, right? So you can see how AI is really helping this business do extremely well. And now they're able to guarantee the quality of their calls, both runtime and assess the quality post calls. Next example is HP. HP, all of you know HP, a huge brand worldwide. But they have like 600 million calls coming into their center and huge volume, right? So what they have done is they've used an AI virtual assistant to reduce 70 to 80% of these calls to bots. And why is that more relevant? Because these bots have to comb through 50,000 pages of information, humanly impossible. Most of the time, by the time the agent actually looks through and is able to answer the question, the person is timed out. So the TAT for the customer is really reduced. The wait times have reduced, and really, really improving the customer experience. And obviously, as necessary, a human comes on, right? So that is HP for you. The next case study is Sandvik Coromant. Now, Sandvik Coromant is a global engineering organization, and what it did is use predictive maintenance. It actually used IoT to allow, now this is a B2B customer, right? So it allowed its customers to be able to really improve the process of maintenance of the kind of engineering elements that they would supply. So here you will see IoT along with ML models being applied to really predict failures and hence improve the whole customer experience between Sandvik and their customers. Here is an interesting customer again in India. This is an e-commerce unicorn customer. And here, all of us, when we buy online, we typically, press 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. And it's very hard for these e-commerce vendors to understand why would you press 2 stars. Perhaps you just had a call with one of their agents and you didn't have such a good experience. So what this customer has really done, because they really care about customer satisfaction, that is really how they drive their business. They have actually used Microsoft Speech Cognitive Services to analyze the satisfaction rate of a call. So every call is analyzed. They're doing that post the fact. They can go back and address why the customer was not so satisfied with the call. And now they are slowly doing this runtime as well. Now, what is interesting with both this use case and the previous use case I spoke about, they're using Indian languages. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are using Hindi, they're using Gujarati, they're using Indian languages to understand and convert speech to text transcript in order to analyze. And this is super exciting. So this is not unachievable. This is actually being done with our own languages in India. So that's what really I wanted to really share with you. So the quality of the calls are maintained across languages. It's super exciting for us here in India. Here, Paisabazaar, a very well-known customer here in India, and as you know, they are a lending platform, and it can't be more relevant in today's environment. And all of us have heard how the pandemic has accelerated digitization, digital transformation, and honestly, adoption of the cloud. But Paisabazaar saw this well in advance, and they have actually created a platform where they have changed they've made their whole KYC verification module digital, right? It's completely online. And today, you know, all your government identifiers today are available on government sites as well. So why not integrate that and make this completely contactless? They have done that with their KYC verification process. The income and employment validation process. So this also using AI, they were able to digitally analyze financial health and provide Paisabazaar's lending partners data, which allowed them to make quick decision. So it can't get more real than this, right? And lastly, repayment setups and agreements. Paisabazaar was also able to fast track the NACH process, which is essential, and streamline verification of bank accounts. So you see that something which would take days, if not weeks, for a loan approval, actually now within 3 to 5 hours, you can get a loan. They have actually made this whole process presence-less, so the person doesn't have to be present, and contactless. This is totally they've used services such as Microsoft Vision services, AI services, OCR. So really, and obviously the base foundation of having that data in one place, being able to warehouse it, analyze it, and use it to give a better customer experience. Very relevant in today's time and, you know, the state we are in, unfortunately. And lastly, I have a very close to heart customer, Tomorrow's Genius. Today, many of our relatives and children, nieces, nephews, you know, whatever your situation might be, they are online for hours, you know, listening to teachers and lectures, and still those tuitions that they traditionally have don't go. So our customer, which offers a learning platform, really wanted to give their students a superior experience. So they actually personalized student learning through AI. They improved the experience of the students by really enhancing how their communications platform, their hosting platforms, and the base application on Microsoft Azure. And they were really able to improve the overall experience of their students. And they could do all this, most importantly, in a secured environment with Microsoft's Azure Active Directory. Security is not compromised in any way. And security in terms of as data is stored, as data is in motion, everything is encrypted. So customer experience, I just want to end, I think I'm at almost run out of time. I want to end by saying that a lot of companies are trying to improve their customer experience, but you really need to ensure that this experience is not at the cost of security. So as you redesign your solution, you redesign the way you're going to be interacting with your customers. You rethink what you're going to learn about your customers, ensure that privacy and security is top of mind as you do this. I want to end by saying, I wish all of you stay safe. I wish you and your loved ones stay safe through this very difficult times. Thank you. Thank you again for joining us. That's all from my side. Thank you, Shikha.